Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. I am the executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. and the host of Marsha's Plate podcast. So today we are going to discuss Biden, PreP, and Scientology. Come on in, everybody. How are y'all? How was your Thanksgiving? I hope. Let me not wear it out. Hold on. Let me move this. Because she was in the way, girl. A mixed bag of topics. Yeah, so much. I couldn't get on last Friday for y'all because a lot of shit was going on. So we got a lot to discuss. Hey, Darnell. Hey, CL. Thank you. I call these my green Aztec earrings. They not Aztec, but they remind me of that. And y'all see my Mandalorian, my Baby Yoda. I love this little shirt. Baby Yoda. Have y'all been watching Mandalorian? I love Mandalorian. The child, Baby Yoda. I love it. He's so cute. So cute. And I have an hour because this is my first day. Is it my second? Let's just count first because yesterday, I think it was yesterday too. But anyway, we're just going to count today. This is my first day of intermittent fasting. I'm going to eat for 8 hours. Eat for 8 hours and not eat for 16. So 12 to 8, I get to eat. I'm going to try that because I never done it for long periods of time. I've tried it and it worked, but then I'll get bored. Or somebody ask me out to dinner and I don't want to miss the festivities. So I have an hour to eat. And so I have a Mediterranean salad. Not particularly. I'm not like I'm trying to be healthy because I just ate some sickening shit this morning. But when I eat some, not this morning, this afternoon, when I eat some, not so good for me stuff, I try to end the night with some good stuff. So it is Mediterranean salad with peri-peri chicken. Boom. I don't know if y'all had that. Lovable Pisces, hey, how are you? So like I said, we're going to be talking about Biden. We're going to be talking about PreP. We're going to be talking about Scientology, because I think that's what we were supposed to talk about last week. And y'all know I'm only going to be on here for 2 hours. If we go longer than 2 hours, I could stop and come back on. But yes. Let me break up this chicken. So how is everybody doing? Feeling great, sis? How are you doing? Good. Marissa, how was y'all Thanksgiving? Hey, Brandon. I just started PreP in September. Work. How do you like it? Great so far. Do you get nauseous or any kind of like physical side effects? Any changes in skin? Anything? I think I'm gonna wait, Darnell, until they switch to the shot. I haven't took PreP pills, but I think I'm gonna wait till they switch to the shot. Oh, it did when you first took it, but now it's fine. Yeah, I think because they're coming out with a new shot that you do every 2 months. So recent, because I actually did a survey with them, with Gilead, and they're to help them with their marketing. Um, they paid me like $600 too. um, and they're switching to you only take a shot, and it's only every 2 months, which I think is sickening. So y'all know this is a thing, right? Because that person, whoever, y'all remember that person that came on the live and was like, maybe I should stop eating fast food. So every time I come on this motherfucker, I'm gonna be eating, just in case a whole ass nigga got something to say. Cause you was not about to shame me out of my motherfucking vittles. I'm gonna eat what the fuck I want, bitch. Just so you know, a bitch don't give a fuck about you monitoring her weight, monitoring her vittles, monitoring whatever you gotta monitor about me. Enjoy. Enjoy wasting your time. That is, oh child, boom, I ain't child fucking. Anyway, this is garlic ranch, and this is mango lime dressing, and I'll just put a little bit of that. And so it gives. Gotta put it in the middle because it'll be missing. But yes, so don't this look sickening? Woo! Yay! So yes, this is Inferno chicken, child. It's real spicy as fuck, like sriracha a little bit, but a little bit spicier. And I get it from this restaurant called Peri Peri, Peri. I don't know what kind of restaurant it is, but I know they hire a lot of Latinos, but I don't think it's a Latino restaurant. Like Latinx. But yes. So my Thanksgiving, I had told my friends, not my friends, not my I told my friends, I didn't tell my family. I told my friends that I wasn't gonna do anything, like as far as go to nobody gatherings, because of that shit. It sounds Peruvian, maybe. Oh, this is Atlantic Ocean Deep Sea combo tonight. I'll just listen. So I said I wasn't gonna gather and I wasn't gonna do anything. But once I woke up on Thanksgiving and one shit open and one shit to do, I was like, girl, let me go ahead and go over my sister's house. The nails look better. Nah, it looks good. Better. I don't like this. I'm getting these changed. They're just gray and white tips. I don't like them. But I'll deal with them. I have dealt with them for November. I get my nails done once a month, and that's usually on the first of the month. And so I pick something that, yeah. Anyway, so I went and gathered over my people's house, over Ty's house, I know her, with my sister Vanessa, who we usually gather with. So we tripping. We got our mask on. It started to feel silly because we sit here eating the food, You gotta take your mask off to eat the food. And I'm like, child, if I'm eating the food over here, girl, whatever's in the air, bitch, I done got it. So I'm about to keep this mask off and we just go kiki. I was like, honey, I took a risk coming over here, honey. So y'all said y'all ain't had the COVIDs and y'all ain't been out. So I'ma just trust y'all and see what it is. Plus, I already think that I got COVID in January. Now, I know they said you can get it again after 3 months. I think they said, oh, I don't know, I can't remember, but a certain amount of time. And I'm well past that time. But we'll know in 2 weeks, bitch. But it was just, anyway, yes. All right, we've been on here for 15 minutes, so let's get into the topic. But anyway, the Thanksgiving time was fun. Because most of us hadn't seen each other most of 2020 because we've been quarantining. So we talked but haven't seen each other. So it was good. So let's get into Queen Mother Delaware Biden. So they recently, for Transgender Day of Remembrance, for anybody who doesn't know what Transgender Day of Remembrance is, it is almost like a trans holiday. It's not official, but for our community it is. I don't celebrate it. I used to, but not in my recent years. I don't celebrate it. I feel like I celebrate transness every day and remember trans women every day, all the time. My whole platform is about trans women. So I don't really need the somber Day of the Dead type of thing. And so I don't really celebrate it anymore. But I don't trip about other people celebrating. So I hope that makes sense. So for Tidor, Biden put out a statement for trans folks. So we're going to read it. Once I chew this food and swallow it. So Biden, and this is from his website on his presidential-elect transition website. So I didn't know that they had a website, but they do. And so this is what we're about to get into. Biden says, Biden team, I don't know him, but it's representing him. In so many ways, 2020 has been a year of tremendous suffering and loss. For the transgender and gender nonconforming communities in the United States, it has also been the most violent year on record. At least 37 transgender and gender nonconforming people have been killed this year, most of them Black and brown transgender women. When they posted this, it was 37, but right after this, a girl here in Houston was shot and murdered 4 blocks away from me. Her name is Asia Foster. The irony is that she was at a visual that we did for Tracy Single last year, trying to, find out, identify her. Well, we had identified it by then. But it was her friend. And so now a year later, she has been murdered by somebody, Asia Foster. Isn't that sad? Horrible time to live because people's transphobia is out of control. These niggas. Because we know that it's one of these niggas. Anyway, go on, Biden. On Transgender Day of Remembrance, we honor their lives and commit to the work that remains to ensure that every transgender and gender nonconforming person in America has an opportunity to live in their communities and workplaces. I skipped something. Have the opportunity to live authentically, earn a living wage, and be treated with dignity and respect in their communities and workplace. As part of our remembrance, we must work to end the epidemic of violence and discrimination against transgender and gender nonconforming Americans. Never repeat it. Transgender rights are human rights. To transgender and gender nonconforming people across America and around the world, from this moment, from the moment that I'm sworn into the President of the United States, know that my administration will see you, listen to you, and fight for not only your safety, but also the dignity and justice you have been denied. So, every day. So, I thought that that was beautiful because that hasn't been done in the history of America. America. A really direct message. Now, Obama really showed out in his actions when it comes to trans people, which I love during his administration. If you don't know, the Obama administration hired the most trans people in his administration in history, like on his administration. So he hired the most people, the most trans people, and that was epic. He definitely stood for trans folk. Obama was a good president. Was there other negative stuff about Obama? Yes. But for trans people, he was a good president. Definitely. Hands down. The best. So Biden is saying that he's going to do the same thing. Well, be just as good or better. So we'll see. So what I wanted to ask y'all is, what do y'all expect from a Biden presidency for trans people or queer people, wherever you are on the LGBT spectrum? What do you expect from Biden? While I eat, I'll wait for y'all responses. Ciao. Mm. And make sure y'all thumbs up as y'all come in. So while y'all think about it, I will. What do y'all want? So don't, okay, so I said the wrong word. What do y'all want him to do? Not expect. What would be idealistic? And ready, what's the status quo in regards to Ella in, I was about to say elemental P. Dave Chappelle, you're getting in my spirit with the alphabet people. What is the status quo action for a president for the LGBT people? Rock. What is the status quo? What's that mean? I know what status quo mean, but to you, how does that translate in actions? What has been the status quo in previous administrations or previous United States government that in regards to the LGBT people? What is the status quo action? Still do the status quo. What's the status quo? Maybe we can get these bans lifted and get grants for housing and healthcare. hopefully many of us can get our meds covered or continue to be covered. Okay. I think the bans are a given, but the bans to me are not moving forward. Like that was a step back. Undoing the bans will be not a forward move. It'll be going back to where we were. What's the step forward? I actually just want a president that actually acts on the words they use to get us PLCs to vote for them. Oh, that's right, fresh. To me, the status quo would be saying things that LGBT want to hear as far as equality, but not really making tangible, solid changes. AKA like they do black people. So black LGBT folks are disappointed on two fronts. I actually don't think that I think the status quo, the basic stuff that they tell us, is because, I mean, honestly, y'all, who we gonna vote for? We ain't gonna vote for conservatives. I think it's a balance. Not that I think it's right, but being that this race was so close, the outcome of this race was so close. The strategy, I don't think if I don't think if Biden was not a moderate, like I don't think I think that kind of middle of the road conversation kind of helped out. I don't want it, but I think a lot of POC cultures buy into the conservative on certain aspects. So I think everybody except for LGBT people, I think when it comes to social issues, they're conservative. I think black folks that are not LGBT people are conservative when it comes to social issues. They believe abortion is wrong. They think y'all gay folks are abomination. Look at the Latinx people. They were like, over in Miami and other places. Yes. Like in Arizona, they're going to step up because he was so racist. But socially, they be conservative as fuck, just like black folks. So I don't know what card they can play that isn't too far. If anything, I am looking forward to less divisive leadership. I don't know why my brain went. My brain read that as diverse. I was like, what? I had to reread it like, why would you want a less diverse leadership? But divisive, yes, I'm sorry. I was like, what? less divisive leadership. But see, so this is the thing about it. I don't want my president to be racist. No. But if if Biden is talking that shit, talking that pro anti-black shit, like no, we is not fucking doing. We don't want we don't want that anti-blackness in our administration. We dismantling racism. I think those things are right. And so him saying them will be divisive for somebody who doesn't believe in racism. So anything he says that's progressive, if you talk about giving us reparations, even though that's right, it's gonna be divisive. Anything going towards dismantling anything is gonna be divisive. You can't avoid being divisive. And I think not being divisive is actually placating to them. It's actually, well, let me be nice to the conservatives. Let me rub their backs. Let me say nice words like we're all together. Let me say these nice things. We're all Americans. We're all Americans. And I'm a president for all the people. Yeah, being a president for all the people means that you're going to be catering to some of the shit that they say. And I don't think that that's fucking cute. If you're trying to do what's right by the people, what's right? Because, I'm not just thinking about, oh, I'm on the left, so my side is right. Look, reparations, y'all motherfuckers built this country off the back of black people. That is documented. The money that y'all have now comes, you wouldn't be here without slavery. So you fucking owe us. So this is right. Legally, it is right. Now, if we got to figure out what that looks like, yes. But what reparations is right. It's not a debate about it's not a debate about if this is right or wrong. This ain't like opinions of religion, like maybe abortion, but where my religion says this and my it shouldn't be having nothing to do with religion anyway. But there's certain things that this is just the right way. This is just right. This is just fair. This is just. And if you say it out loud, they'll be like, oh, no, I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in that. And you guys just want a handout. I'm white and I'm poor. I haven't benefited from racism. Then you ain't get enough reading. You ain't get enough research to see how your family was connected. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. Whiteness didn't have anything to do with that. Hey, Stephen. Oh, why are you not staying on the fort? So, they're going to be divisive, child. If you're doing anything progressive, it's going to be divisive. If you're doing anything that makes men uncomfortable when dismantling the patriarchy, if you're doing anything that makes whites uncomfortable when dismantling the racism, men, period, not just insecure men. There's confident men who don't want to undo sexism. who don't want to undo patriarchy. They're confident. There's white ones, there's black ones, all men. Y'all all are in the system in the same way that white people are all in the system of racism. Some of them are actively being racist, and some of them are complacent in their racism. And they don't actively lynch motherfuckers, but they have small little ways of anti-blackness. It's the same thing with men on the female oppression side. Y'all are all in a system where this culture values men over women. And living in that system, even though you may not be oppressing women actively, there is a indirect way that you are benefiting from that system of oppression. But if we talk about cisgender folks, if you're doing something that makes them uncomfortable, cisgender people, to dismantle transphobia or homophobia, straight people, homophobia, anything that whoever's the dominant group, if you're doing something that takes away power from them, if you're doing something that they have to shift their resources to benefit somebody else and lose resources, if you're doing anything from that changes a powerful group, a privileged group, to have to adjust for the underprivileged and get something taken away, whether it's power, status, prestige, whatever, it makes them uncomfortable and it's going to be divisive. Some people, if they're woke, if they're progressive, and they believe that and they believe in dismantling the system, they're gonna be they're gonna relinquish and say, I think this is fair. Let's make this work. But it's gonna be some of them people that say, ooh, oh no, and it's gonna be divisive. Making change is divisive. You can't avoid being progressive and making changes without being divisive. You can't avoid it. You just can't. I don't care about when you're doing what's right. I don't care about you being divisive. To me, I just hope when they try to make advancements, the government isn't going to slap it down like they did Obama. If we win the Georgia runoffs, they can't do it. Because if we win the 2 seats of the Senate, it'll be half and half. And the vice president, who will be Kamala, will be the one, the deciding factor. I agree. At some point, presidents will be divisive to someone eventually, but I would rather it be in the right direction for anyone as a whole, rather than purposely cater to a racist base. Absolutely. Yes. I agree with that. I'd much rather it be on my side, but that's what the conservatives would say too. But the difference is that we are trying to save people's lives and be fair and be just and stop people from getting murdered by the police and stop people from the government being too involved in someone's healthcare, whether that be abortions, whether that be medication. We are trying to stop these corporations from exploiting us. What? But won't Pence still be the president of January 5th? And he'll have the vote? No. This is for the Senate when Biden become president, they become senators too. This is to change this is the new administration, basically. They just had to, we would have known by now if Georgia didn't go into a runoff, if it wasn't so close. But because it was so close, they're all going to they're going to do a runoff in January. And then when January happens, then two senators, the two Senate seats, are going to hopefully go blue. And then we'll have, then January 2nd, when everybody starts their new job, Biden and all the senators, or keep their job, the ones who kept their positions, on January 20th, we'll have everybody. And then I keep saying Obama, not Obama. Biden will be there to do his thing. And he'll have the House, the Senate. Only negative is that, that damn Amy Coney Barrett in the Supreme Court. But that's only for cases that they need to judge. They don't have nothing to do with the laws. To be honest, I think the country is too polarizing for me to expect any substantial progressive during Biden's term. People are too entrenched in their political identities to view alternatives. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope you're wrong, too. Yes. In Texas, in certain states, they already have that, Tamara. In Texas, we tried to get it through the Texas Senate to add to the James Byrd hate crime bill, to add us on there, and we lost because the House has been Republican for a long time, so we never really got it through. But yes, I don't expect him to be. He's a moderate. I don't expect him to be. He's a moderate, and Kamala is a moderate. I don't expect them to be. I don't expect us not to have to work to get them to push forward, but I do expect, if we lay the road out for them to get stuff done easier by winning this Senate. Because if the Senate is not won, they're going to be in the same situation that Obama was. Simple as that. They're going to be in the same situation. So for at least 2 years, till we can vote to get the Senate in our favor. But if we got a chance to do that now, just based on Georgia, which is wild because everybody be like, our votes don't matter, our votes don't matter, our votes don't matter. The ones who don't vote. All right. So let's talk about PreP. I just hope that Georgia wins. Y'all need to be on all y'all platforms, child. Boots, cause it's not about identity at this point. It's about binary socialism. I don't really know what you mean by that, so I don't know how to rebuttal that or explain that. But okay, as I told y'all, I'm I recently did a survey, a little research group for PreP, the new one that's coming out, PreP 2.0. And the difference is they're going to be, it's just a salad, just a Mediterranean salad with chicken, spicy chicken. It's wearing my throat out, y'all. But, so the problem with PreP, so if you don't know what PreP is the new generation of HIV meds. It's been out for a couple of years. And what it is if you are not positive, you take this medication and it prevents you from getting positive. So if you are in a high risk demographic, you can take this medication and have raw sex, and quintessentially, you can't transmit HIV. You can't get it. It is medication for people who are not positive. So that if you're dating a partner who is HIV positive, you could be in that relationship without any risk if you're on PrEP. And if you don't know, this is a game changer. This is the new level of HIV medications. Because people who are positive, their medication has got them to the point where they are undetectable, where the viral load is barely there and they can't transmit. When they're on their meds and doing what they're supposed to do, they're undetectable and they can't spread the virus. So it's almost not a cure, but honey, you ain't passing it. It's not wearing me out. It's not a death sentence like it used to be. So it's just we are not in 1990. You get what I'm saying? We are not in the 80s. We are not in the 90s, not in the 2000s. We are in a new era of HIV where, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you straight. As long as you're taking your meds, you good. All right? Yes. Ungodly without. Medical advancement. So this changes. Now, let me be messy a little bit. Look, this is for HIV, my nigga. This is for HIV. That don't mean that you can't get syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, chlamydia. Nigga, them booty holes still can be wore out with other shit. Don't think that's the cure for all. It's not a cure, but it's stopping you from transmitting the big kahuna. Right. Right. Just HIV, my nigga. It ain't all of them. Because when PrEP first came out, the motherfucking syphilis cases was skyrocketing because niggas was like, yeah, well, shooting them cheeks up on everybody. It's like, oh, we can't get HIV? Raw booty for everybody. Now, honey, them syphilis cases said, so, yes. Anyway, so So yeah, so the new stuff, the new medication. So now it's pills. I also heard, hey Kay, I also heard something about if you already have certain other illness, you may not be a candidate for PrEP. But it just depends on what certain other illnesses. It depends on which ones. Men uncomfortable. Every time I switch to the gym, like I'm in the paint. Okay. It must be you must be on a delay. You gotta refresh. Because I said men uncomfortable a few minutes ago. um um yeah, so anyway, so this new PrEP 2.0 is, let me put this up because this is done. I smashed, baby. Baby. Put this in here. So PrEP 2.0, because right now, Biden, PrEP, we already talked about Biden, PrEP, and Scientology. Um, and then whatever we want to talk about for the rest of the time once we hit the right once we hit all the topics. So now we are taking pills every day, right? That's PrEP. But now we are going into oh, me, I'm not on PrEP. I opted out of PrEP because my sexual habits are not, I don't have at risk sexual habits where that would um it wouldn't be effective for me because I don't do sexually things that put me at risk. When I get in a relationship, I do want to get on PrEP. But in my single life, my single sexual life, PrEP ain't gonna do that for me because I don't do certain things. So, but now the new PrEP 2.0 is gonna be a shot every 2 months. An injection. So it's not pills every day, it's a shot every 2 months, which I think is actually so convenient. I think it's convenient. I think it is, you ain't gotta do this shit every fucking day. I gotta take my pill. Ugh. Gotta be a part of my routine. I just go to the hospital. If it's self-injection or do you have to make an appointment? I'm not 100% for sure how that part is gonna work. Like you, if it's self-injection or not. Um, it wouldn't matter to me. I'll go if that's the need. But I do want to. When I get in a relationship, I do want to be on PrEP because I'll be trusting these motherfuckers. It's wasteful if you ain't hoeing like that. Yeah, golly, I ain't really hoeing like that. I don't want to say, I'm a goody two shoes, but prior to COVID, I ain't got fucked in like a year and a half. So this hole ain't getting no use, and HIV getting passed through oral ain't happening. You can get other stuff, but it ain't passing through oral. So I just felt like, no, I'll wait till I get in a relationship. When I get with somebody that I want to, build with, if that ever happens, then I'll get on it just in case that motherfucker is cheating because I don't trust these hoes. And if we having our fun, then it is what it is. I want to be protected with PrEP. Injections would really be good for people who forget to take meds every day. Absolutely, ready. That is why. That is why it's 2.0 now. Because if you're getting the injection just once every 2 months, it's not a constant thought. You just gotta set your appointments and go to your appointment. Now the negative about it is if you miss an appointment, you got to reschedule appointments, and they pushing your appointment back and child. But I don't think that they would do this about this medication. I think it would be. I would hope that it would be in a policy that you have to take these appointments so they can. Since it's on a time schedule. I had an old doctor that wanted to put me on PreP just because I was trans. I wasn't even sexually active, and I've been abstinent for almost 2 years. Then your doctor is stupid. If he didn't ask you the right questions, are you sexually active? And you said no, and he still trying to get you on PreP, that shouldn't be your doctor, child. Scientists are working on injectable for medication that's like this. We're getting there. Yeah. All the money that motherfuckers been getting. Look at how long Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation been around. Motherfuckers been getting money for AIDS research for so long. That's been a business. It's about time something happened. Scientist was because I imagined that the appointment would be quick. Yes, I'm glad they finally gotten over treating it like us and them subject and not recognize it for what it is, a health issue. Also, that's another thing why it is PreP 2.0. The problem with old PreP is that it was really only focused on cisgender men who have sex with cisgender men, gay men. They are a high risk. They are the highest risk in regards to numbers. And trans women. It did not test for cisgender women. They wouldn't even think about no motherfucking trans men. So this one, PreP 2.0, they have done that. They just while we were in the survey, they have actually their marketing is saying for cisgender women, for trans women, for everybody. It's for all the folks. So it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be for everybody. If you out here hoeing, if you out here living your life sexually free, having your fun, living your best life, having the best orgasms, raw dog sex, orgies, swinging, fucking niggas in alleys, having a ball, having a great time, being free, you need to be on PreP. Now, if you're not having sex, you being, whatever that y'all call that. Whatever that is, then you don't need to be on PreP. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But if you out here sowing your royal oats, then do your thing. Have your fun. You're going to the sex parties? Having fun? PreP. You on Jack getting your life, fucking niggas every week that are within 2 miles of you? PreP. On Grindr, going to the glory holes, getting pounded between holes? PreP. Are there talks about this type of treatment for people taking HIV medications? I think that's a total different thing. I think that's coming, but I want you to understand the distinction. There's research that's happening with people who are already infected. I don't like to use that language. Who are already living with HIV. They're already doing that. But the PreP is more for people who are not positive at all. Like they want to stay positive. I mean, stay negative. I'm sorry. Wrong word. PrEP is for people who are not positive that want to stay negative, and so that's for them. But there is injectable medications happening for people who already are living with it. They are hoping to have some by 2021 for us past folks. Yes. You know, it's just a new era. We are coming into the is it the golden age, child? I'll be positive. Yes, it's the golden age of HIV, where it's starting to be. This ain't shit, child. This ain't shit, nigga. We still having our fun and we're living our life. It's no longer what it was. So the discussion part of this the discussion portion is this is a very sensitive subject, not HIV. That's not sensitive for me. So I'm trying to present this way. I don't know who may watch my videos that's connected to my personal life. So I have a friend. Is friend a better person so y'all can get the context? I have a family member. They're not just a friend. They're a family member. I don't want to say the family member because I don't know who is watching my videos that's connected to my family. I don't want her business to be out. Does it make sense? So I have a family member. How can I say this? Yeah, so I have a family member. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how can I tell the story that'll throw people off, but still give the details. Okay, perfect. So I have a family member, and we have been we are very close, and they started dating this guy. It's a heterosexual woman, and they started dating this guy, and in the process of their dating, they hooked up, had a great time, had all this amazing chemistry. They had sexual chemistry, like the best sex she's ever had. And Tamara Williams, you need to refresh. You were like 15 minutes back. So yes, so they break up. Like whatever happens, they break up, right? They break up and he moves away, she moves away, they live in their life, blah, blah, blah. Whatever reason they could get back in touch, and in between time, he becomes positive. Heterosexual coupling. He becomes positive. She's kind of devastated because she's an old head. She's old. She's older than me, and she's devastated because she was like, "Oh my God, I have to deal with this now. This is she come from a different area than I did. So how I think about HIV and the openness about it, she doesn't come from that era. She come from living through the scare of it. So she's still a cisgender straight woman that still has some of those same hangups. Not bad, but like, oh my God. So they have had these conversations. They're having these conversations about how to make this work. Okay. And so because I am her token LGBT family member. I'm literally and we come from like a really conservative, really, the straight side of my family, child, honey, ain't no saving them. So she used to Bible. I'm talking about like she used to Bible thump me. She used to wear me out. She used to be late, but over time we got real close. And so she started. I'm the only person that she can talk about it with, and so she's in the process of deciding on whether or not she can handle being with somebody positive. So she is considering PreP. But she actually is like me in the sense of I really don't like taking medication. I don't like taking aspirin, NyQuil, blah blah blah. I'm not like totally against it. Like if I'm just, honey, crazy sick, like unusual. No, Coco, they're not the Bible toting type, but she used the Bible thump me. She just was a hypocrite because she showed wasn't nobody's Christian. She was a Christian, but nobody's go to church, living right Christian. I'm a pastor's kid, yeah. Yeah, no. So now she's in a situation where she's uncomfortable, okay? But she likes the guy and she wants to give it a try. But she says, I don't want to put unnecessary drugs in my body. And she says, but he kind of pressuring me. He keeps talking about how I'm undetectable. I can't pass it to you. Because when they're talking about sex, she's like, well, I want to still use condoms just to keep it safe for me and my mentality. And he's basically he's like, I don't want to put you in a situation where you don't want to be in, but he's bringing up, I'm on PreP, I'm undetectable. Why can't we, we can raw dog. We can I can take you to my doctor so you can know I'm undetectable. And she's telling him that it's not that she was like, right now, I'm just not comfortable. I'm willing to give it a try, but I want to give it a try my way. And that way is let's use condoms at first. And then over time, as we build our relationship up further and further and further, then we might get to that point. And so, yes, ungodly. That's what I told her. I said, you have a right to feel that way. You have a right to your discomfort. You have a right to your concerns. You have a right to anything you're feeling. You have a right to it. When it comes to your safety, when it comes to what you want to do with your body and the consent of what you want to do, you have a right to do your thing. So don't let this nigga ultimatum you into no motherfucking in no situation that you don't want to be in. But she has come so far. Even if he wasn't positive, if she preferred condoms to be used during sex, then he should respect that. Absolutely. I think she should do whatever is comfortable for her, and he can only respect her decision. He wants to make it work with her because you have to protect you. Absolutely. That's what I told her. We left the conversation agreeing, and I was like, if he is on some I don't want to be with you if you don't want to have raw sex. Is that the type of nigga you want to be with anyway? Not really. Not to me. Not to me, sweetie. Those things were around before the big kahuna. People only got scared. Baby, Tamara is 15 minutes behind. She is in this chat box. Tamara, you got to refresh, girl. I think your thing is delayed. My dad was paused and my mom stayed and dealt with it in the 90s. She was a real one, I guess. But it was unsafe and she came out unscathed. But later he died. Gosh. How did y'all navigate that, Ungodly? I feel like another element is she makes it a point to try to sell it to me that he is that he got it he got positive from a woman. Now, all I can say, not that that's not possible, it's not that, but I know when I met him, my radar was beeping. It was beeping, and I was like, "This is my family member's little friend," but he's giving me all kinds of Trey energy, honey. But but she makes it a point to say it wasn't nothing about that, and I was like, mm. I was like, okay, all right. It makes me feel like I don't even be bringing it up. And she just, it seems like she wants to emphasize it. Well, I know he wasn't messing around like that. And da 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 da. I'm like, mm-hmm. I know when I was in the presence, I was getting, honey. Beep, 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 beep. But okay, be careful, girl. Honey, Molly, you in danger, girl. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And he was messing with other guys as well. So it probably was that. I was young and she used condom as much as they did, but he was cheating and doing drugs, so we don't know where he got it from. But my mom was like, I'm with you. So I'm with you. Oh, that's good. He was messing with other guys as well. How did you find out your dad was trade? How did you find that out? How did you get that tea? Because my brother just experienced that with his dad. My thing is, if she is trying to make those distinctions, that she is already contemplating gambling with her health. I think that I really think that she wants to convince in the conversation. I think that she wants to convince me. Um, my mom told me, like so her son is also gay, and when she's talking to me, she loved to say, now that she can't deny that he's gay, she loves to say he's bisexual instead of just gay. But I'm like, girl, he only messing with dudes. Now I know bisexual people exist. I know they exist. I know it's bisexual people. But if you a gay man and you only mess with dudes, when you gonna bring a woman home? When is that gonna happen? When am I gonna see you dating a woman? Since you bisexual, you supposed to be doing both or having experiences with both, and you only bring in dudes? Girl, I feel like sometimes I be feeling like they just say they bisexual because they ain't accepted themselves fully, girl. And being bisexual is a little bit more palatable than just being gay. And so they say I'm bisexual. Now, I know this is not saying that bisexual men don't exist or bisexual women don't exist. Yes, I know they exist. But if you're a man and you're only having sex with dudes, nigga, you gay. If you only, I don't know, if I don't see you with no chicks, you ain't dating chicks, even if you just having sex with chicks, you been in relationships with dudes, but you hook up with some chicks every now and then. That's what I want to see. That's what not what I want to see, but that's what when I think about sexual, I would see you doing that. But you're not. You're only messing with dudes, only hollering at dudes, only trying to talk to dudes. Bruh. Just say you gay, my nigga. And so he doesn't do that. So my cousin, he doesn't do that. But yes. But she loves to she likes to soften everything. Right, CL, child. But you ain't. I don't see you sucking no pussies nowhere, but you sucking dicks under the bleachers. Where's the pussy sucking happening at home? Diamond, I know this is off subject, but can we talk about your brilliant analysis of toxic masculinity on the latest episode of Marsha's Plate? What about it? What do you want to talk about? Oh, wait. We don't have time to talk about that. We got to talk about Scientology. Now that we've talked about PreP, we got to talk about Scientology. If we have enough time after that, just let me know what you wanted to talk about at the end. And then we'll talk about it. Yes, Baby Yoda. Tonight, Mandalorian is on. I have to watch it. Wait. What shows are y'all watching? I'm watching Mandalorian and Dark Material, and I'm about to start watching Undoing because I like whiteness. So I just got finished watching The Crown, the whole series. Finally finished that. That's my second. I loved it. Yes, but anyway, let's talk about Scientology. So I particularly, as we talked about in our last the last live, I've been really getting into this Leah Remedy Scientology and the aftermath conversation, and in the episodes, and the one episode that I found quite like staggering, shocking. So Scientology is very white. It's like fresh air. It's like usually religions be exploiting poor people. But this feels like just seeing these rich white people get exploited is kind of funny. So, until you get to like the sexual stuff and, that stuff. But it's funny to me. But episode 3 on Leah Remedy Scientology, and then the aftermath. The one about Nation of Islam, I found that to be quite shocking and strange as fuck. And disappointing. So I'm not somebody who fucks with the Nation of Islam. I am a black queer woman. They don't align with anything. They don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with them. so in my mind, like, put some hand sanitizer on. In my mind, I think about what they have represented in my life since I was a kid. They have represented a black alternative to Christianity. Not that they're much different. As I got older, I realized that they're not much different. They both Abrahamic, patriarchal fucking religions that oppress women and exploit people and exploit weak members. So yes, and capitalistic gain. So not much different at all. But when I was younger, they represented a Christian alternative. Like, if you didn't, the people who were black woke when I was growing up were Muslims, like who had, racist analysis that was, it just, they were smart at the time when I was younger. I'm talking about young. I considered them out the box and like, oh wow, like y'all, they really know what they're talking about. Blah 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 blah. Hey Diamond, this is Ruha. This is my second channel about entrepreneurship. Hey, how are you? Go follow Will. So, and when I think about them, and when I think about some of the things that in the past that they were able to do, I love Malcolm X. Like, I love some of his teachings. He is like, certain things are acceptable to me now, but at the time, I was like, oh my God. Like, when I look back on that stuff, not that I was living at that time, but when I look back on it, I'm like, oh my God, some of these things, I love how you was wearing their ass out from the black standpoint. When we talk about racism, I love it. It's the same thing with Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Royce Wilkins, wait, so what's his name? Royce Watkins or some shit. I can't remember his name. Something. I can't remember his name. But yeah, him. Like, they have great racial analysis, but they don't have great gender oppression analysis, like sexism and stuff like that. And they're yes, Royce Watkins, him. They have, when you listen to them when they're talking about race, you be like, yes, brother, preach, da da da. But then they get to talking that gender shit, and you like, whoa, no, I'm out of here. They get to talking that homophobic shit. Oh no, y'all niggas trash. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So they're like straight niggas is like landmines. Like, when you talking to them, you be like, oh, he's smart. Oh, he. And then you switch subjects on that ass. That nigga is like, I'm trash. And that trash pop out. Where you out? You never know who you fucking with. And so that's what I feel like when it comes to, now that I'm older, when it comes to Nation of Islam. Even like Farrakhan, man. Like, when you hear a Farrakhan like preaching, you be like, yes, Farrakhan Weird Al. Like, you'll see him on Breakfast Club, or you see him on something, or you see him giving a talk, and he lighting his white motherfucking reporters up, wearing their ass out when they get to talking that oppressive shit. and he gets to wear them like when he used to be on Phil Donahue. It used to be Farrakhan. It just even though I didn't agree with him on a lot of shit, I still could respect who he was and respect who he was in community because he was he knew how to speak truth to power in the racial kind of way, in the race way. It was a level of respect that I had for Farrakhan. So when I see this Scientology shit and how these crazy lunatic white folks over here inside of Scientology devised a plan to come over here and infiltrate Nation of Islam, and y'all motherfuckers is letting them, these white motherfuckers, this white nigga that was on a fucking boat with children. What? Like, how do the woke black folks let these white motherfuckers, let these hunky peckerwood ass motherfuckers come in and infiltrate y'all shit? What is happening? This doesn't make sense. The motherfucker who don't even believe in God, how can they infiltrate y'all? Y'all are a black institution that even though I don't fuck with y'all, I respect what the fuck y'all do. How do they infiltrate y'all? It's sad to me. It's just so sad, so annoying, and I was devastated by it. Then y'all motherfuckers is buying these buildings and not using them. It's simply just because y'all got tax exempt status, and y'all just buying these buildings and not using them. And so that black lady on the show, where she was like, thought that she was trying to do something to help community. And she said, girl, I was going into this place and they weren't even helping community. Like I was trying to get them to buy the community turkeys and they didn't even want to do that. Everything that they were trying to do was to get community to come in and spend money. It was not to help community. So I had to get up out. That black girl was like, no, I was an organizer. I thought that these people was trying to help. And they were not. They were trying to exploit community. And that gagged me. Being wasteful and gentrifying. Yes. I was like, and that gagged me. I'm like, this is Nation of Islam. I know these fucking TD Jakes motherfuckers and Paula Whites and Cleophas Dollar. These motherfuckers, they regular ass motherfucking Christian denomination. I expect them to sell us out. They've been doing that since fucking forever. They've been, them switching up and playing for a different team for capitalistic gain. They've been doing that forever. Soon as the white folks learn that they can get the preacher man, and if they get the preacher man on their side, they can control the black folks. Ever since then, they've been using that tactic. So I know, but Nation of Islam, y'all was like, fuck these white motherfuckers. Forget them. And although I because of my queerness, I couldn't fuck with y'all, I could respect it. Like, oh, okay. They pro-black. So, I know they may not fuck with my queer side of myself, but my blackness is right with them. So I thought it was crazy. Did y'all watch it? Am I talking to myself? I lost respect for Umar Johnson when he said that being trans was the white man's way to kill off black men. What? Yeah, so weird. I didn't hear that, but I lost respect when he was gathering money and we ain't got no school yet. Not my money. But he had gathered money. A lot of money, and these folks, they ain't got their little school for boys. Let's see. I didn't know about it. What channel is that on? It is on Netflix. It's Leah Remini. Leah Remini, is that how you say now? Yeah, Leah Remini. Scientology and the Aftermath. I watched 1, 2, and 3. I think to get the gist of what we're talking about, watch 1, 2, and 3. Those 2 episodes. You don't have to watch the whole thing unless you want to. I watch the whole thing, but 1, 2, and 3 is good. No, it reminds me a little of The Vow on HBO. Definitely reminds. All these occult things are so strange to me, but still funny because they're not exploiting black people. They don't even, most of the Scientology people, they don't even have black people in their ranks. They just now trying to get the girls in. They're trying to get the black folks in. But for a long time, Leah Remini was like, why ain't no black people here? Because y'all broke. Them niggas broke. We need the rich white people. Those people are grifters. What is grifters? What's that? The one black girl in The Vow had the white girls calling her master, though. Samantha. They hold ideals because they are paid to, aka grifters. Grifters are charlatans. Let me look. Hold on. Y'all is bringing up stuff I don't know about. Is that a slang word that I don't know about? Grifters. Okay, Google. What are grifters? A person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. Oh, butch queens. Stunt bunnies. Okay. Stunt bunnies. Ah. Sort of shorthand for what they do. They are grifters are people who sell snake oil. Scammers, right? Okay. Joanne Pradas. I see grifters. New word. Because I don't call them drifters. I call them scammers, stunt queens, low level stunt queens. What were they? Yeah, but in the context like fake pastors and fake healers. Okay. Motherfucker Juanita Bynums. Jim Jones. Right. Sell me that snake oil, baby. That mojo. That hoodoo practitioner. Well, some of them are real, but some of them are snake oil salesmen too. Yes, honey. Miss Bynum, baby. Miss Bynum was old lesbian. I feel like she was old lesbian that turned church into a hustler, into a quick little hustle, baby. It is really raining. It's been raining all day. I know whoever work retail, this rain has wore out their little sales for Black Friday. Did y'all get any Black Friday goods? I see 24 people watching. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Trying to think of what you were talking about because we got 30 minutes. Let me see. What was her name? Was it a girl or a boy? I don't know how to pronounce your name. The lady Mizani. Child, Amazon got almost $800 out of me this weekend. Oh, balling. Girl, you need to buy me a air fryer, please. Nah, I need an air fryer. I bought a new bed frame and some new sex toys. Work. I didn't buy shit. I was gonna wait till Cyber Monday because I do want an air fryer. Um, I do my shopping online and child. When I say I've done ran the gamut on my credit cards, woo-hoo, yes. I need an air fryer. What else do I need? I want a fucking Xbox S series, X series. So, but they all sold out. So I just didn't have it wasn't in my spirit and in my ministry to stand in line at no store when they first came. I was like, oh, I don't want to stand in line. My rent and car note came through, so no shopping. I need to buy me an air fryer too. That's something I didn't get. Yes, I need an air fryer. I want an air fryer. So, just so I can, not use so much oil. So much oil, darling. What else? What did I buy? I ain't about shit. I ain't trying to think of. I done spent something. I done spent some money. Trying to think of what I spent. Oh, girl. I spent $1,000 on my fucking teeth. They're white, but I got a deep cleaning, and that was like um $450, and then I got 2 sessions of whitening. I got two. I got this medication because I had like gingivitis. Not gin. What's it? Is that what it is? The gum disease or whatever. So I got this medication that they put underneath your gums to stop it, and it fucking worked because I used to be brushing my teeth and my fucking toothpaste would be pink because my gums would bleed, and so she did the super cleaning of all the teeth, and then she put this little medication inside the little pockets. And baby, now when I brush my teeth, the shit don't even be it don't be pink like this. My gums are not bleeding, so but yay, they're white. And I was she almost convinced me because this tooth right here, my mouth don't open it up far enough for y'all ever to see it, but it's empty right here because that tooth, I had to get it pulled. And she almost convinced me to put a bridge right there. But I'm like, I'm about to give you this fucking money to do that, and motherfuckers can't even see it. When I'm trying to save to go down to Dr. Montoya in Columbia to get a whole new grill. Because Rick Ross went to him. Why would I give you half of the money that he charging me? Not half, a quarter of the money that he charging to get my sickening full veneers. I want, honey, Nene Leaks. I want Woo! I went down the wrong pipe. I want Nene Leakes. I want K Michelle. I want big ass chiclet teeth. Big and bright and annoyingly white. So I was like, but they're white and they look real. They are not look real, they are real. But I want them to look fake. I want them to look like money. So I'm gonna go down to I think I'm gonna go down to like Colombia once the world open back up, but I'm saving now. Not Miss No choking, not being able to open her mouth. What y'all talk about? I need a yes, I wanted my teeth to look white and pretty. Hey. Y'all must be making Real Housewives of Atlanta commentary because I don't know this context because I don't watch it. 50K and you're mad about it. 50K for some teeth? Oh, I wouldn't spend 50K. Not no. Not when the the Latin Americas, they are real dentists and you can go down there and get it done. Dr. Montoya, he's like 10K. But it's other ones too. Like there's a doctor in Costa Rica that does Miss Universe, and his is like 4 or 5. But his just look more natural. The dudes, the one that did Rick Ross's, his look good. Like his look like superstar teeth. Not fake as in like they look bad, but look so perfect that you know they're not real. He did Rick Ross's.
It's the boss, Ricky Rose. Out here live
in Cali, Colombia.
Coming to kick it with my homie, Dr. Mario Montoya. Everybody come out tonight. It's going to be something real special. Luke Belair, the biggest boss, Double M. We here.
Oh. But his work speaks for itself, honey. It's just perfect. They're so perfect that they have to be fake. He did a lot of the Instagram girls.
Hey everyone, today
They just look great.
Hey guys, this is Tony.
I just love him.
Hey man, I just dropped the bag, you know. Hey man, hey, no promo. We spending cash, we cashing out, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Man, $1 billion, right? Trillion. That's so nice, sir. You like it? Yes, sir. Tell me about your experience. How was your experience? Well, I feel more sexy. I feel more handsome.
Need all of that. Handsome. And I'm about to follow him because I don't know who that is and he's sexy. Much better. Yeah, so that is my type of tea. Rick Ross and his titties offend me. He always got them out. I'm about body positivity for us all. So I have no comments. Memphis dentists charge about 5 to 6K. Do they? Give me, go ahead, slide in my DM so I can see their work. Because I know some folks down in Miami that charge about 4K. But it's like, it's not like his. It looks cute. Memphis dentist charge about 4. Shit, I got that now, honey. If they work is sickening, send me their number. But I have to get the only why mine's gonna be a little bit more expensive than regular people's is I need to get this whole filled in. This is gonna be on I want this to be an implant. Because if I don't feel it, it's gonna make my teeth shift. That's money. Well, yeah, I already saved about 5Gs. Yeah, I got about, for my teeth, I've saved about 5Gs. Now his name is Memphis Dennis. That's Dr. Anthony V. Price. He believed. Ooh, his teeth is sickening. His work is love. Ooh, I like. Is he black or white? Ooh, who's this white boy he done put on his page? Ooh, this ginger. Oh, he white light. Oh, his work is sickening, child. His work is nice. I like it. How did you get a quote, CL? Did you already do a consultation? Where did you get that number from? Because sometimes when people give me a number and I go hit them up, that don't be the number that they say. They tell me. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I like his work. I like his work a lot. Hey, Reggie. We got about a little bit over 15 minutes. Oh, I like his work a lot. Oh. Yeah, his name is Anthony Price. His name on Instagram literally is Memphis Dennis. It's Anthony V. Price. He's followed by Aesthetic Guru, one of somebody who's always on here with us, but they're not on here. I think that's a trans man. Yeah. Diamond, did you watch Hillbilly Elegy on Netflix? I thought it was interesting, but the white said it didn't give what it was supposed to give. Shout out to Roland Ray. Hillbilly Elegy was one of the best films that I've watched in. No. Let me not say that. Let me rephrase that. Hillbilly Elegy was one of the most relatable films that I've watched in my entire life. So, I want to say the best, but because that would be a stretch. But it wasn't bad at all. I love Amy Adams. Um, it was one of the most relatable. Like, that's my mother. Not my mother, but only difference in that relationship is that my grandmother was transphobic, but my mother being out of control like that and not understanding shit and just navigating that. Ooh, I don't want to talk about that. That's too heavy. That's too. That movie. I was sitting in my house tearing, like, oh my god, I can't believe this. I can't believe that this film is so on. But once I learned that it was based, I didn't know it was based on a real person. Once I knew it was based on a real person, I was like, this is too accurate. This can't be just somebody writing this. This is too the baseline emotion. Like it's too real. Yeah, it was too real for me. It was too yeah, it was good. I liked it. I like Amy Adams and I like the and Glenn Close just as actresses. And I feel like I would have been in a better place if I had like somebody like if my grandmother was like his grandmother. Your grandmother's one of the disappointments of my life is your grandmother is like a natural ally. They're supposed to be a natural ally. And my grandmother was not that for me. She was literally the only person that wasn't accepting of my transness. And so when my mother was going through her addiction, it strained, it made our relationship, a bad relationship, all even worse. And then that bitch got on drugs. So yeah, that's too deep for me to talk about. Not that's too deep. It's just yeah, too maybe eventually. I don't know. Too heavy. Did you? Okay, thanks. I'm checking him out. Yes, it was good. Man. Can we talk about? Yeah, sometimes I get too. Yeah, it was. It was deep. When she threw that calculator out the window and his grandma sacrificed to buy it, I would have kicked his ass. Woo! But he was a kid, and when you go, that's another real thing. That's a real thing that really that was a very tender moment. I was bawling during that moment. But when you're young, like his age young, I know I've been through those moments where it was like, what the point? What's the point? Fuck this shit. Like fuck everything. Fuck somebody. Me trying to be these whole little fucking speeches about you're better than this and you're because I would have teachers that would be like you wasting you're wasting your brilliance and you letting whatever happening in your family you're not you better than half of the motherfuckers in this school and you're not doing what you're supposed to. I had teachers that would cuss me out, like not literally cuss me out, but they would do things to put me in a better situation and I would just say, it's this I have a teacher, she just added, it's funny, she just added me on she started following my podcast and started following me on Instagram and shit. I had got expelled from school because I stabbed this girl. I got in a fight with this girl, and I stabbed her in the neck with a pencil. And I got expelled. I was in 8th grade. And they were trying to, at this time, this is when they were doing the state testing, that if you didn't pass the test at a certain level, you couldn't graduate to the next grade. And so because I got expelled in that week where we were supposed to take testing, I would have to redo 8th grade again if I didn't take the test. And I wouldn't be able to go to high school because I got expelled and went to alternative school. So my teacher, her name is Sam, white girl. So it's not until now that I'm older. I'll be 40 in a couple of 2-3 months. And she's not far from me in age. So in my mind, when I was younger, she was much further from me in my mind in age, but she wasn't. She was a 20-year-old when I was a teenager. Do you see what I'm saying? When I was a early teen, like I was 13. Yeah, like 13. And so, but she had just got out of college. She was a teenager. She was in her early 20s. So, but for me, so now that I'm all in my late 30s, she's in her late, I don't think she's either about to be 50 or somewhere around there. Or like about to be 50. So she's not, she's not young. She's not old like I would imagine her to be. But when she hit me up and I had told her, I was like, her belief in me changed the trajectory of my life. Right, ungodly. Like we peers now. And so I sent her a message and I was like, her believing in me changed the trajectory of my life because she fought. She fought, I think less than that. I think less than 10. Because I don't think she's at 50 yet. But maybe around 10. Yeah, maybe. But she fought them and she went to my principal and superintendent and was like, no, she has to go to high school. Like, we have to get her out of this school because she was like, yo, I can administer the test myself because I know she knows she's going to test high. She tests high every year. And even if she has bad grades, this test she blows away. And so she's just going through a rough time because, I was just getting into a group home. I was just transitioning. Everything was changing in my life. And so it just was causing me problems, with the bullying and the fighting, because I wasn't a person that just let you bully me. I'm fighting everybody. I don't care how it goes. And so that fight just went too far. And so I got expelled and she was able to administer the test to me. And it had been situations like this that had happened. And it was like, in high school, when I got to high school, it would be situations like this that would happen, that they would fight for me, and I would fuck up again and be like, fuck y'all, fuck this shit. And it would be crazy. They would cuss me out and just to say, like, you are too intelligent to be fucking doing this shit. Not because another problem that I had, I thought homework and shit was stupid. like every kid. But I felt like if I can ace the test, if I can make 100% on your test, what the fuck did this bullshit during the week that y'all got us doing matter? If I can make 100% on this test, why do I need to do all this other shit? This is stupid. Why do I gotta write all of this shit out? Why I gotta write and do these essays when you're trying to teach me something to make me pass this test. If I can pass this test and prove that I've been reading what you're telling me, why I gotta do this extra shit? No. And so I wouldn't do it. And so I would make 100% on tests and the homework wouldn't be done. So I will always average out at a C. Because I will be D's or F's on or incompletes on this, but I'll have I have 100s on tests. And so I thought it was so stupid, but they thought it was so stupid that I just didn't do it. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's a waste of time. I don't want to do it. So dumb. I love writing, so if there would be like a paper to write, I would write, especially if I get to choose a subject or it's about a specific subject, but I get to go for my own angle. My T, wear it out. And so I excelled in writing, hated fucking math. I never, the top, when I got in college, all the two hardest, supposed to be the hardest classes, statistics, calculus, trigonometry. Those are the only math classes that I didn't take anymore. That's long as I need, and whatever I needed to get my credits. That's the only thing that I'm doing. I'm not doing no extra math classes. I'm not doing that. Give me. I made a B in trig. I made a C in calculus, and I made a C and a half or something. No, a B minus. A B minus in my psychological statistics class. Hated those classes. Hated them. Oh my God, hated them. So math was not my team, but anything English and social studies and history, political science, civics, anything that had to do with writing or me talking, I'm gonna give you, because I can read and retain stuff. That's easy for me. I love math, but I hated research statistics. Yes, child. Ooh, that was my worst class ever in my life. I got a B minus, so, but I hated it. I hated it. It took too much of my energy to focus to make any kind of good grade with them. The one thing I don't like about American education system is predict to heavily on passing a test and not retaining the knowledge for future applications. Yeah, so I think I was the opposite. I could retain the information and talk about it and apply it, but I just thought the unnecessary shit was just stupid. It felt like writing sentences. Y'all, did y'all? Am I telling my age? For punishment? Did y'all teachers used to make y'all do sentences? Is that what y'all called it? What did y'all call it? Where y'all had to write the same sentence over and over and over on a piece of paper? Am I telling my age? Is that too old? But it felt like writing the punishment of writing sentences, doing homework was that. That was homework for me. It felt like that. It didn't feel any different. It felt like I'm not learning from this. I will not be disruptive in class. Very that. Child, my mama made me do that. Probably because she got it from her old team. Yes, Bart Simpson teams. Right. Oh, I will not be disruptive in class. Mm. Well, y'all, it is 2 hours. If y'all want me to, I can come back on, but I just want this particular video to end at 2 hours. Do y'all want to just end it or what? We continue to just kiki. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll just end this one here and then I'll just come back because I don't really have anything to do until I watch Mandalorian in a couple of hours. You talked about the emasculating of black men and how we misunderstood it. Yes, we can talk about that when I come back. All right, I'm gonna end it and then start a new one.